Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
A married Oklahoma judge accused of having affairs with two court bailiffs says he should keep his job because sex isn't as taboo as it once was thanks to shows like Sex and the City. The state of Oklahoma is trying to oust Brian Lovell, a Garfield County Associate District Judge, due to the inappropriate relationships which allegedly culminated in him having sex with one in the courthouse. Lovell admitted to his relationship with the first female bailiff, which lasted from February 2011 to October that year and involved liaisons at the Garfield County Courthouse during courthouse hours, according to a June filing. He denies they had sex at the courthouse. The second bailiff told investigators in March that she had sex with the judge in the back seat of her car, in a courthouse bathroom and on a new table in her courthouse office, the Oklahoman reported. But Lovell's attorneys sensationally claimed he should not be vindicated for the affairs because sex is no longer the unforgivable sin it once was. They pointed to highly sexualized popular culture references including 50 Shades of Grey, Sex and the City, Marvin Gaye songs and Allen Ginsberg poems. Lovell is an eccentric character who hit headlines last September when he opened fire at parked cars in Texas after a woman cut him off. When reporters visited his home, he opened the door shirtless. The first bailiff told investigators she was proud of the table they had sex with, adding, but not for that reason. After she voluntarily resigned in 2011, the second bailiff was hired in her place. She allegedly struck up this relationship with Lovell in July or August 2023 that lasted into the fall. The state's Court on the Judiciary, the body that filed the ouster petition in late June, says the woman and Lovell frequently exchanged sexually explicit text messages and images with one another while they were both on the clock. It's also alleged that their text messages referenced their various sex acts with one another, including their encounter in the bailiff's office. Lovell and the bailiff allegedly discussed deleting their texts with one another, something he ended up doing at an unspecified date, according to court documents. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation says it has recovered these incriminating messages, which serve as the basis for the case against the embattled judge. In a dismissal petition from his defense attorneys, Lovell neither admitted nor denied the lurid affair with the second bailiff, who has since resigned from her position. He instead told the court that if the affair did happen, it was a private sexual relationship between consenting adults. Lovell's lawyers went on to argue that times have changed and sex isn't something that should be stigmatized. For nearly a century, jurisprudence has expanded the rights of the individual to engage in private sexual conduct privately and without fear of government intrusion. Paralleling these developments in jurisprudence has been the public perception that sex is no longer the unforgivable sin it once was, his lawyers wrote. They went on to reference the examples of sex-positive media. In the same court document, Lovell's attorneys contended that the goal of the state is to humiliate him to the point that he will voluntarily resign. They also claimed that the true reason Lovell's dismissal is being pushed is because of the alleged road rage incident he was involved in and a separate incident where he's accused of shooting up his brother-in-law's ranch. His lawyers say these things are embarrassing for the Oklahoma Supreme Court, and all the allegations of corruption and extramarital affairs are a sideshow. While driving in Austin, Texas, in September 2023, Lovell was arrested after authorities said he recklessly opened fire on 8 parked vehicles, crashing into at least one of them. No one was injured by the gunfire. The woman whose car he hit said Lovell slammed into her rear bumper, which led them to get into an argument. Lovell then allegedly intentionally hit the woman's car for a second time and attempted to push her vehicle into oncoming traffic. He denied that any of the collisions were intentional, but told police he believed the woman had cut him off in traffic. Lovell was then indicted for another drive-by shooting that occurred months before at his brother-in-law's home. Kenneth Marks, T.